Alright, hello, my name is Jeffrey Bryant. Today I'll be going over section 8 of the videos you're supposed to watch. So since the last time, we created a header to add albums as the header and passed in a couple props into app.js, which passed in albums title inside the header text. So then from there we created a album list. An album list is where we import a library called Axios, which receives or grabs the data from the API, which in this case is this URL right here. Grab the data from the API and pass that data in inside its response tag, which sets a state. So state is a way of rendering to the screen. So right here we initialize albums as an empty array, and then this state sets it again as the data that we passed in from the API. And then from there we render based on the album title, which is based on a distinct key, which in this case each album has a separate title, and you pass that inside a prop. Alright, and then we added some scroll through functionality right here. We're able to scroll down through the app. From AlbumList, we created an album detail, or was it, I believe, is the card section first actually. Card is mainly a styling component where we pass in a props, where we learn about props without children, where whatever is inside the card opening container and closing container, well, these styles will be implied. So in the album details, we have this open card and closing card component, which every child inside these cards will be applied that style. So from the cards we have a certain style to view the albums, and then from there created separate card sections where each album have their own style as well. In the card section we pass in the props.children as well, so everything inside the card section, open and closing tags from the album detail, we have a certain styling for them inside the card section. And then inside the card section we have an image where we grab the thumbnail image from the API data that we received, which we created over here. This is all the labels. We have title, we have artist, thumbnail image, URL. We're just passing from the API. Then we have a button where a user can click buy now. So we created touchable opacity, which lets the user press the button and it will dim, and then we're able to let the user go to an Amazon website and buy the album. It should be inside of here in the card section of this button, which on press is when the user presses that button, it will link them to this URL, which is passed in from the API. This URL links them to an Amazon web page. So this is pretty much the gist of what went down in section 8, and then I'll move on to what we started in part 2 of my video, which is section 9.